By giving you that little acronym, GROSS, without looking, try to remember what GROSS stands for. Grand revenue of someone's salary. Net. Now, so every time they take out taxes,
it goes down.
Alright, so I want you to check all four.
It's B.
Underline net income. Man, my pens are annoying me today.
Net income?
More, man, that.
We can't see.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to find a pencil or a pen that works. Because underline net income, more than. Is that true?
No, cross it out.
Eliminate.
Eliminate.
Okay?
You're talking about less.
Gross income,
Less
less than.
Yes.
No.
No. Because it
Her
says that
gross income
it's
is, what does this mean?
equal.
We already did the work. Her
Yes.
gross income is.
Equals 300.
So because that made it false, we have to do what?
True.
But if you can hear me, raise your hand. A lot of kids saw gross, possibly, and they saw 300, so they might have picked it. I don't know. What about C?
Yes.
Net income?
Yeah, net income is
Less
less than
than.
300.
Because net means
That
now.
income goes down.
Eliminate
And then it goes down.
taxes. Okay? Put a check mark or a question mark, whichever way she has you do it. Her gross income is more.
No.
No. If they said something like, now she works 5 hours on Saturday and 6 hours on Sunday, then of course her gross income would go what? Up. But did it say any of that? No. So her gross income, we already know. I crossed off 2 words. Let's say this together. Her gross income is just what we didn't cross off. Ready? Try it again. Her gross income is 300. Okay? That's what would have made it true. But if you have to cross off something, it makes it false. So, if you can hear me, watch this. This is what I suggest that some kids do. How many truths did I put up there?
3.
How many falses did I put up there?
1.
Okay? Well, that's not what they said. They said which statement is true. Statement is 1. So instead of having 3 truths,
You're going to have 3 false and 1 true.
very good. So let's put it the way it says. Only one of them is going to be true. And which one was the only one that was true?
C.
Okay. So put your head down. Close your eyes. I'm going to tell you the letters of gross, which is pretty gross if you're a teacher. Ready? You tell me what you remember. Just the ones you remember without peeking. G. Grand. R.
Revenue.
O. S.
Someone.
S.
Salary.
Not celery. Somebody's eating vegetables.
Salary.
Net. N.
Now.
Don't look at me. It looks like she's looking at me like the answer's all over my face. E.
Elimination.
T.
Taxes.
You guys got a hand. Good job. So I'm hoping, Miss, it will go from 39%
To 100%.
to a little bit higher that they can compare. And so maybe have that somewhere on the wall for a while.
And they were exposed to it last year. Because that's my thing. I like personal finance. So I made sure.
What's personal? Could you add her to the incredible?
list.
Yeah, put her on your incredible list. She has to get more 20 marks than the other kids. All right. So if you can hear me, which ones are we going to eliminate? Okay, do it like that. That's 3 check marks there. Did we read and underline and the label inside the problem and the question?
Yes.
Okay. Which one are we going to select?
C.
Okay, make a tiny circle. I'm going to show you a new trick this year, miss. Put a C over here. And then because some kids are careless with bubbling, this is what I did
Just
last
on
year.
top.
They-
Just see on the
They
top.
pretend to bubble. Who can remember for an incredible point or an improved? Mister, gonna show you a strategy I didn't show you last year.
Yes.
Pick an improved, someone who normally doesn't even pay attention and their hand is up. Miss, I remember a trick he taught us for
Nobody
labeling.
doesn't pay attention.
They're being honest.
Eileen.
Eileen, what's the strategy? The last thing.
You circle and then you inside.
Circle up here? Or down here? I already did that.
No, you circle around and you circle inside.
I did that. One more step. Now it's worth 2 tally marks. Still improved.
Normally doesn't pay attention. Guadalupe.
Okay, circle the 3, then put a C.
Put a C. So miss, what I was noticing, too many kids, they mark it down there, but they don't put it close enough to the C. So now the 3 and the C in the book matches the 3 and the C on the Scantron. And so a friend of mine taught me that this year, and I was like, you know what, I really like that idea. And so hopefully less people will make the mistake that do not leave this room until there's a right shoe, 3C, that matches a left shoe, 3C. Okay? So make sure that young man gets 2 tally marks on improved. Sir, I think your gross revenue might increase today. What am I saying, sir?
What does that mean?
Your gross revenue. What does gross mean? Let's see if he remembers all of that acronym. Wah, wah. An incredible. Who's going to help? An incredible is going to help them with those vocabulary words. And again, there should be a word bank for math that talks about gross income, net income, all those things having to do with money.
It's my pleasure to do that.
Deposits, withdrawals, overdraft.
Debited.
You know, I paid my bank, please don't tell anybody this, but I paid my bank probably $10,000 or $15,000 in NSFs
Oh my God.
over the last 20 years.
They have programs now.
But what I do is I borrow 500, I take out 500 at a time. That way I only have one $38 fee for that whole. One of my friends, he was like $5, $2, $20. That's how many times he was overdrafting, and so he was paying 38 times. I was like, at least do it the smart way.
Well, the banks used to do it before where they would just take whatever was coming in, so even if the little items were getting, so now what they've done is they take the big items first. I'm sorry, the little items first so that you don't get overdrafted, so you won't get overdrafted on the big one and then everything else.
My bank does the opposite. They say, let's do all the pending ones that are still sitting there and charge you, even though you did those 5 or 6 days ago,
Where do you
because
bank?
yeah, that's all at Compass. And then they say, let's do all the big amounts first. They want me to overdraft faster.
So you know what Wells Fargo does now though? They
Listen up, guys. Whoever can tell her exactly what she says gets an incredible or an improved. What's the name of her bank? Capital Wells. Capital what? Fargo. Help me. Wells
Fargo.
All right, listen up, because she's saying, is this a real factual thing?
yeah, they do.
All right. Is it positive or is it negative?
Positive.
All right, something good. Listen up.
So now if you overdraft, they give you 24 hours to deposit or make a deposit so that, and they take away that overdraft fee. Hey, just recent, just to let you know. Wells Fargo's the same one that instead of charging you all that, like they're getting the big one first and charging you for the little one.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, you are at the
All right.
wrong bank, the wrong bank.
Switching for 4.
So here's a chance. You want to do incredible or improved? Raise your hand if you want to volunteer. She'll pick you. Because now we're comparing on contrasting banking styles, because those kind of things can happen. That could show up on a math problem. Let's say, hey dude, you've got X amount, I heard a certain amount of hours. I wonder if they know their conversions, what that means. So, who remembers what she said? And the name of the bank.
Okay.
Raul, you have the floor. Hey, Raul, I have to tell you, man, your hair, you probably woke up at 4 o'clock this morning to look that good for the girls. Girls, do you appreciate all that hard work for you? Oh, he is devastated.
He loves your haircut. Look at him.
Right, I mean, it's like nice and, go ahead and let's let the camera see how handsome he looks. I'm hiding now. Este vato. All right, guys, while he's talking, close your dry erase marker. Let's erase what we put on the chart, so it's nice. You can use Kleenex.